Well, hello and welcome back. My name's Kieran Siemens, and this is Mr. Miro, and we are out just enjoying the sunshine. And we are getting prepared for today's drawing, which today's drawing is today's drawing is the dancing horse, a request from one of you lovely people. And we're going to get it all fired up and get the ink warmed up, and we're going to do some drawing. So, smell that fresh air. Get ready, Mr. Miro. We're going to do the dancing horse. Here we go. Well, hello and welcome back. My name is Kieran Siemens, and we are going to do something today. I just kind of feel like I'm going to start with maybe like a bit of charcoal or something, just to kind of give a little bit of a different feeling to something. Just trying to. Somebody's been asking me to draw like something like a dancing horse or something, and drawing like dancing animals can be quite a difficult thing. So I'm just trying to think up some type of shape that can kind of give me something to kind of work on. And again, it's a different way to approaching your work, a different way to get away from being repetitive. And sometimes just by starting off in a different way, a different approach, it kind of gives you, for this it gives me a shape, like a dancing kind of S type of feeling. And I love that. And all I'm thinking about now is just the shape. So I'm not thinking about the character. I'm not thinking about the expression. I'm not thinking about anything. At the moment, I'm just thinking about the feeling. And I'm trying to do this charcoal base because what I wanted was some kind of feeling of movement. And by working just on the shape, concentrate your mind on only one subject. By concentrating on shape, I'm thinking about the movement of that shape. And by just rubbing in some, I can feel like where the hair is going to be. I can feel where the tail is going to be. That's a beautiful swirl that I've got going there. And as I'm doing these feet, I'm feeling that the feet are kind of like spraying out, and it's giving me this very elegant type of pose. Now I've done all the hard work. This is where the fun begins. This is where I get my delicious my delicious pen, just checking my, and this is where we can start to have some fun with it. This is where we can start to think about all that hair. We can start to think about the dancing horse. And maybe when this person was requesting a dancing horse, that they were thinking of a horse on four legs dancing around, and you know, like some of those kind of Italian horses, the ones that are all kind of like cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, and all that type of. Well, this isn't. This isn't an Italian horse. This is a Kieran Siemens horse. And we're just going to feel, with all that spraying of the ink, we're going to get that feeling of movement. And that for me is a brilliant start. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start. Ooh. Killed that nib already. These nibs are very fragile, or am I very rough? And I'm going to try to kind of give him some kind of elegant, kind of quiff feeling to him, just to make him kind of look very kind of swish and confident. And again, the way, I don't know if you can see it there, but the way I've rubbed that line is indicating that I need to draw his eyes there. And that again is kind of giving me this feeling that he's going to be extremely serious. And let's just take that a little bit further. And what that is doing is it's kind of giving me this very kind of dapper but very serious. Have I got any white there? It would be nice to. And I'm just using some white there just to kind of give me this very glaring, staring eyes is what I'm trying to approach with this. To give that feeling that he's kind of like turning to us as he's dancing. And I'll get to that once it kind of dries out a little bit more. Beautiful. And I kind of like this idea of him being quite a dapper, quite an aggressive almost, handsome horse. Now, I almost kind of feel like these type of like dancing horses would have like a nice thick kind of eyeliner around, you know. They kind of give that definite stare from the horse, you know. That is lovely. Getting those ears coming in. Lovely. Just the other ear there in the back. Shade that in a little bit. Can we give it a little bit of distance? I've got this kind of pouting lips type of feeling to him. I've got to give him some kind of cool jacket there. The arm's going to be. That's the jacket there. I'm going to kind of give him a nice kind of dancer's jacket. That's it. Get the other arm back there, giving it this feeling of kind of like almost like a strutting pose, that type of thing, you know. Lovely. This kind of jewel stripe coming down there. Lovely. That's nice. Now, I like this idea of having all the hair and all the hoof and everything kind of spraying out from the other side of this jacket, kind of giving it this kind of, again, this playing with this idea of movement here. Lovely. Very nice. Let's get that charcoal back. It's just kind of giving some kind of shading to it in a way to kind of strengthen up the character of this dancing horse. And I will soften all that down. I've got to be very careful because the ink's still kind of wet. So I'm trying to be very, very gentle with it. But at the same time, I'm trying to get that kind of very dark, moody type of horse feeling from. And again, we'll pick up some of those bits later with the. I love this kind of very thin stomach. We'll try and get some colour on that a little bit later on, maybe. And that's this kind of dancing horse that's been asked for. It's like, I almost kind of, when you get a request like that, it's kind of like my mind instantly goes into that type of thing of some kind of da-da-down, da-da-down, And I was thinking of this guy, this kind of very thin man with a golden or red kind of leather shiny jacket, something gold or red or shiny, and he's doing all this kind of dancing here. And I love this idea of everything being so kind of tight and skinny bodied and, like some kind of rose belt, And again, it's this feeling of movement that I'm trying to paint across in this. And that's what this whole kind of line here of trying to get that smooth type of big kind of S shape. If you go back to my early my early videos, I was always talking about S's and C's and I's, and this straight line or this S shape or this C shape. Well, from this drawing, you can see very clearly that this is a definite S power shape with this big C tail, which is just fantastic. And it's very, very, very clear to see how the structure of this drawing is put together. And I love stuff like this because now that I've done the hard work of kind of getting a nice S shape there. And I put that in as a grey shadow to this. What that will basically do is it gives me total freedom then. Because I know the structure, I know the shape, I know what my aim is, movement. And it makes everything a joy to draw. Everything else is just like enjoying every stroke. You know, it's just like having the feeling of it. It's just beautiful to let loose. And by having this grey guideline almost, it just makes me so excited just to, I mean, just letting loose with the ink. It's such a beautiful feeling. Knowing that everything is going in that power shape. So nothing is wrong. Look at that. And I love that. I love this whole way that this has been structured. And again, I'm just going to do that very light kind of line down the center there, just to kind of give it a side pattern to the trousers. Or to his pants if you're in America, because they call it pants out there. I wonder how many of you are actually from America. How many American people are watching the videos? But we'd love to know. Got some great friends in America. And that, my dear friends, is the basics of our dancing horse. And my name is Kieran Siemens. Of course you know that. And I draw here every day. And I hope you'll subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, it's great fun. Every day we just draw something insanely crazy and fun and beautiful. Every day is different. I don't think I've ever used charcoal before. So today's probably a first. This morning we were using paints. Yesterday we used some kind of crayons. That is so nice. Well, I don't want to do the eyes just yet, but I do want to add some kind of sparkle to this coat, this jacket, this suit that he's wearing. And I'm going to try and go in there and outline everything with a nice kind of red. To kind of just to add a bit of a zing to this whole drawing. Adding a little bit of colour to it. Let's get the old finger. It's great to draw with a finger, isn't it? A very kind of childish way of doing things maybe, but oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Again, we're going to go straight down there with the trousers. Lovely. And that just adds so much to it. And this kind of power feeling here with the red adds so much to it. Beautiful. What a lovely loose feeling that drawing has. And what we're going to do is we're just going to edge this off with a beautiful frame. Just to, I still haven't done the eyes. I'm waiting for it. I'm just checking. Okay, let's see if it's dry. Let's just see if it is dry. This is the cherry on the cake. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. That is very cool. Yes. I like that. Right, let's get this framing in. That's lovely, isn't it? I just can't be, I just can't let that sit. I just got to dip my fingers in it. I know, childish. I know. But I love it. I love just, oh man. So this is the dancing horse. For whoever asked for a dancing horse. Boom. There we are. Up over the top. Boom. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The dancing horse! Thank you very much for the request. That's such an exciting drawing. The power in it, the movement in it. I love it. What do you think? Well, what do you think of my black and red fingers? Oh, lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I can't stop just getting in there and making a mess. That is today's drawing. A beautiful, exciting dancing horse. With a lovely S. Go back and see those teaching videos at the beginning when I go through and explain about how drawings with S's, practicing your S's, practicing your C shapes, which is the tail. Perfect. A perfect example. So, the dancing horse. Thank you very much for your request. Thank you very much for being here. I love when you're here. And if you have got any comments about today, send me a comment. I would love to hear from you. I'll see you again very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.